student on the first day of school. And you see a 5-foot woman with glasses on in front of this classroom. You start thinking, how is this tiny lady going to control a class of 25 kids? This year is going to be a breeze. Now think of me, standing in front of a classroom filled with students that don't look like me, that don't talk like me, or have the same upbringing as me. They're basically my height, sitting down. How am I going to control my students? This is going to be a difficult year. I've learned these past 2 years how to gain my students' respect. So I'm here to talk to you today about how making fun of kids increases student achievement. The first step is to see how students initially respond to you. This is by on the first day of school, I take some student surveys. I see what they like, what their birthdays are, what their favorite candies are, who I need to talk to if I want to celebrate their success. We play some icebreakers game just to see how they respond to other students. And most importantly, I share information about myself. I'm vulnerable to them. I let them ask me any questions about where I'm from, what I like, where I was born, what it's like to be born from another country. This is important to show my vulnerability because it lets them know that they can be vulnerable with me. That they can be honest with me, and at any given time, they can come to me for help. The second step is to see how sarcasm is received by my students. I have a Sleeping Beauty wall, and I take pictures of my students and post them on a wall if they're sleeping. Now, of course, I only post that if they agree that they want to be on this wall. This helps build relationships. It helps build humor. It helps build engagement, and it helps build the J factor, which is a way to incorporate joy into children's learning. Now, I've learned at this school that I have to earn respect. I didn't inherit respect just by being a teacher. I had to be witty with my students and banter with them to show that I could relate to them and understand their humor. From there, I realized that when students like you, they will want to learn from you. When students are having fun in your class, they want to be in your class. Now, math may not be their favorite subject, and many students have had negative experiences with math or other subjects. But by creating a comfortable environment in my classroom, students are externally motivated to engage in the learning. It may start with me at first, but eventually the students are invested in themselves, and then they are motivated to learn. The final step is engaging with students outside the classroom. I coach girls basketball, and I coach boys volleyball. Now, it's great to build a good rapport with students outside of my classroom because it helps create a good brand. This helps me participate in rallies where students versus teachers, and my favorite part, to play pickup ball after school, and I trash talk to my students. We play pickup ball after school, and they think that they could easily beat me. Little do they know that I actually have experience playing basketball. We banter again, and I gain the respect because I end up beating them. Now, it's great to have good rapport with students because when new students are coming in my class, they're already excited. They want to be in my class because of what they hear other students are saying about my class. Now, all in all, their stereotype of me doesn't define my success in the classroom and how well I teach them. In return, I don't want their stereotype in society to define their success. By being able to prove my students wrong, relays a message to students that they can be successful beyond their perception of themselves and of others. Now, even though the whole school was against my class and their performance level because of how low they were, it even motivated them to prevail. When the results came out, 97% of my students moved up a performance level by 1 or more than that. 45% of them passed the test when 0% were projected not to pass at all. And lastly, one of my students scored second to the highest in the school when it was her first year in America. She only spoke Creole and I only spoke English. So today, I just wanted to let you know how making fun of kids can improve student achievement.